Okay, this here is just a brief message and disclaimer because Warner Brothers have really been harsh on my channel. 2 copyright strikes in 3 days. Wow. So this review is being made under fair use, under review purposes. I'm not profiting from this video in particular whatsoever. And yes, I procured this copy of the game under legal circumstances. Now, with that being said, onto the show. Know this Goku footage is a little bit cringe, but I might have to use it in other places just to avoid copyright. Thank you very much. Yes, gamers, it's finally here. Mortal Kombat 11 is less than 24 hours away. The moment that fighting game fans the world over has been waiting for has finally dawned upon us, and it's definitely been worth the wait. Now, Mortal Kombat X was definitely no slouch when it was released. It came and it innovated on the whole fighting game genre and space by adding in the whole variation thing, where it allowed each player to have different variations of styles and moves. But Mortal Kombat 11 comes in and takes that whole aspect to another level with custom moves and custom variations in a move that will definitely change the fighting game landscape, and I'm not sure if it will ever be the same again. Now, initially when this game was announced, even though I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, I've pretty much owned all of them, I wasn't too happy. No, well, not too happy, but I just wasn't too hyped. I just thought, okay, another Mortal Kombat game, cool. And I'm really happy that my expectations were relatively low, because coming into this, has been amazing. Nothing short than breathtaking. And I'm pretty sure you can hear by the excitement in my voice that this is going to be a pretty positive review. But anyway, on with the show. Now, the main feature and selling point of Mortal Kombat 11 has to be the complete overhaul of the character variation system. Now, back in Mortal Kombat X, they allowed you to have different variations of each character, each with its own abilities and special moves that complemented your unique gameplay style. But now in Mortal Kombat X, they have taken that feature and blown it up to a completely new level. Yes, you still have pre-made presets of your own character, but now you can go in and create your own character with its own look and its own abilities and special moves. And this is way beyond the level of gimmicks. This has definitely turned into something which is a deep and enjoyable experience. And you can definitely tell that the developers at NetherRealm definitely took a lot of feedback and just thought from the great stuff they did with Injustice 2, and they just implied it and just tacked it on to Mortal Kombat 11. And not in a hasty way. They really thought about how you get things done and what it's going to mean to the characters with the moves. So there's certain characters like Sub-Zero that has had moves that have been in previous Mortal Kombat games that now return as an option to have in your own variation. So if you want your Sub-Zero to play like, hey, how he was in Mortal Kombat 2, you can do that. He's got his ice, his ice beam, that shoots at the ground, and hey, there you go. And if you want to have your own custom Sub-Zero that plays uniquely, you can have that as well. So definitely have to give loads of props and commend the developers for the deep customization in this. The only thing that would have been deeper and possibly taken this to the next level if you could have completely created your own character from the ground up, and you could use them in a story. But knowing NetherRealm, that's probably right around the corner, and they've already done something like that with Deception. So hey, but that's neither here or there. Right now what they're doing with this is fine, and I really like it. So definitely have my hats off to them. Now, great graphics and deep character customization mean absolutely nothing if the gameplay itself isn't up to snuff, right? And fortunately for Mortal Kombat, it doesn't have to worry about any of this. At the risk of sounding very sacrilegious, the gameplay is probably the best it's ever been since Ultimate Mortal Kombat on the Saturn. Yeah, I went there. Now, it's pretty much an evolution of what we saw of Mortal Kombat X, and not in a lazy way where they've pretty much just tacked on stuff. No, they've pretty much gone around, looked at other fighting games and seen what would work very well with Mortal Kombat and adapted it. Things like the hop feature from King of Fighters, it's in here and it works. Each character can do a small hop and they have either a specialized punch or kick which can be used to punish low attacks or even throws. Capcom should learn from that. But yeah, that hop thing just changes the way Mortal Kombat works so much, and there's one of many other features they've got. One thing which was very surprising is the fact that they eliminated the run button, and even though it's been in Mortal Kombat for a while, I can kind of see why they did that, because it makes doing some juggle combos a little bit finicky for casual players, but hey, it still works. And all of these changes go with the tried and tested gameplay that we've had for a long time, that was definitely improved upon in Mortal Kombat X to create something that's very new and fun. It works at both casual and high levels. If you're not a fighting game die-hard aficionado, you're pretty much going to be able to jump into this and still have fun, which is definitely what NetherRealm we're going for. So yes, the fighting system, whilst it may not be as technical as something like King of Fighters, or the movement may not be as fluid as something like Street Fighter, when Street Fighter's been made properly and not the Street Fighter 5 nonsense, but it still does what it does really well. And to be honest, the movement itself is the best it's been in a long time. So yeah, commendable and hats off to NetherRealm. Now the story itself is very interesting. Now, if there was one thing I definitely wanted to see and I was definitely looking forward to about this game, it was the story. Because the cliffhanger for Mortal Kombat X with Raiden going all Ed 209 from RoboCop was amazing. That was definitely something that threw me for left field. And I really wanted to see how they would, you know, develop on that story. And, okay. I'm not going to spoil any of the story for you. The game's out in less than 24 hours. If you're interested, you can check it out for yourself. But in my opinion, I feel some of the characters were really underutilized. New characters like the badass Geras just basically reduced to the role of a lackey. You don't find out anything about him. Or Ceterion, for what matter. New bad chick. You don't really find out anything about her or Scarlet. And they have really cool relationships between certain characters which make you think, oh okay, I didn't see that. But again, because they're not the special forces, they don't get any development. And I really see certain angles and things in this game as missed opportunities. But that being said, the way the story is handled, it feels like a Hollywood movie. Like really, you could sit down and totally zone out and watch this. Like if they built in a mode where you didn't have to do the fights and you could just watch the cutscenes, that would be all good for me, because this is amazing. The level of production values, whether it's direction, music, or just dialogue at certain parts, and those parts definitely do not include Ronda Rousey, because woof, waste of money. But hey, you know, she's probably got a good agent. But apart from that, all the lines and everything is delivered with the gusto of a real Hollywood movie. And I feel if you just sit back, turn your brain off, and you just relax, you will definitely enjoy yourself to a certain degree. Because things running like Hollywood movies is definitely a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, it's a blockbuster Hollywood movie, but it's like, it's a blockbuster Hollywood movie. So just expect the stuff that comes with that and enjoy the ride. But yeah. Now, as per usual, Mortal Kombat 11 comes fully loaded with all the bells and whistles. So much single player content is unbelievable. The living towers, the towers, online modes, it's all there. And one of the things that I really have to commend NetherRealm for bringing is the extensive tutorial mode. Now, it has an overall tutorial mode which teaches you the basics to advanced techniques, anything from moving your character to advanced meter management and deep combos. The tutorial in this game definitely has to be commended. And one of the things which is even better is that it has an in-depth tutorial for each character to give you a fighting chance and some legs and some basic ground to cover in these characters, which I think is amazing. Now, one of the things I would definitely have to commend about this game is the reiteration and the complete revamping of the crypt. Taking inspiration from Mortal Kombat Deception, the crypt is now a third-person action adventure complete with enemies and special items, and I just don't want to ruin anything. Check it out when you get the game, it's amazing. So as far as extra content, Mortal Kombat definitely delivers, and it kind of shapes this all to be a package that is almost unmissable, which is definitely unmissable, should I say, whether you're a fighting game fan or not. Now, I don't usually give out scores for reviews and stuff like that, but I definitely do reckon you should check this game out. The janky AI, yes, because this AI is very janky in this game, it will kill you. And story faux pas are definitely not enough to put you off checking out this game. Even if you're not a fighting game fan, it's definitely got something in it for everyone. The story is definitely something that you might want to check out. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, make sure you give a like and subscribe. Hopefully Warner Brothers does not take down this video. I will be streaming this game. The link will be in the description for my last video. And yeah, I'll just see you guys around. Make sure you check out this game. It is awesome. Well done, NetherRealm. Mortal Kombat 11. Peace.